In a world that often equates strength with loudness and assertiveness, the concept of powerful, quiet strength emerges as a profound counter-narrative. This silent strength, characterized by a calm demeanor and an inner resilience, plays a crucial role in shaping relationships and fostering deeper connections. It is essential to recognize that silence is not merely the absence of sound. Rather, it can be a powerful tool for communication and understanding. When we embrace the significance of silent strength, we begin to appreciate its lasting impact on our interactions with others. This journey into the realm of quiet strength invites us to reflect on our own experiences and the ways in which silence can enhance our relationships. As we delve into this topic, it is vital to acknowledge that powerful, quiet strength is rooted in self-awareness and self-worth. Individuals who embody this strength often possess a deep understanding of their values and beliefs, allowing them to navigate relationships with grace and authenticity. They do not feel the need to dominate conversations or assert their opinions forcefully. Instead, they listen intently and respond thoughtfully. This approach fosters an environment of trust and respect, where both parties feel valued and heard. The impact of such silent strength can be transformative, leading to healthier, more meaningful connections that stand the test of time. Moreover, the journey of embracing quiet strength is inherently empowering. It encourages personal growth and self-reflection, prompting us to examine our motivations and desires. By cultivating a sense of inner peace and confidence, we can approach our relationships with a renewed perspective. This empowerment allows us to set boundaries, communicate effectively, and engage in deeper conversations without the fear of being overshadowed or dismissed. In this way, silence becomes a powerful ally, enabling us to express our thoughts and feelings in a manner that resonates with others. As we explore the significance of silence in relationships, it is essential to highlight the importance of self-worth. When we recognize our intrinsic value, we become less reliant on external validation and more attuned to our own needs and desires. This shift in perspective allows us to engage in relationships from a place of strength rather than insecurity. We learn to appreciate the beauty of silence, understanding that it can serve as a space for reflection, healing, and connection. In moments of quiet, we can gain clarity about our feelings and intentions, ultimately leading to more authentic interactions. Engaging with the concept of powerful, quiet strength also invites us to consider the impact of our presence in relationships. Sometimes, simply being there for someone, offering a listening ear or a comforting silence, can speak volumes. This presence can create a safe space for vulnerability, allowing others to express themselves freely without fear of judgment. In this way, silence becomes a bridge that connects us to others, fostering empathy and understanding. As we embark on this reflective journey, let us embrace the idea that powerful, quiet strength is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our resilience and self-awareness. It encourages us to cultivate deeper connections, prioritize our self-worth, and engage in personal growth. By recognizing the impact of silence in our relationships, we can transform our interactions and create a more harmonious environment for ourselves and those around us. In conclusion, the exploration of powerful, quiet strength and the impact of silence in relationships offers a rich tapestry of insights and reflections. It challenges us to rethink our understanding of strength and encourages us to embrace the beauty of quietude. As we navigate our relationships, let us remember that silence can be a powerful force for connection, understanding, and growth. By valuing our own worth and fostering an environment of respect and empathy, we can cultivate relationships that are not only meaningful, but also enduring. This journey into the realm of silent strength is one of empowerment, inviting us to embrace our true selves and connect with others on a deeper level. In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, the sacrifices made for others often weave a narrative filled with both love and pain. Many individuals find themselves in a position where they prioritize the needs and desires of those around them, sometimes at the expense of their own well-being. While this selflessness can stem from a place of genuine care and compassion, it can also lead to an emotional toll that is often overlooked. The act of putting others first can create a sense of invisibility, where one's own needs and feelings are overshadowed by the demands of others. This phenomenon is not just a fleeting experience. It can have lasting effects on one's mental and emotional health. When we consistently prioritize others over ourselves, we may begin to feel a profound sense of emotional exhaustion. The energy expended in caring for others can leave little room for self-care or personal fulfillment. This sacrifice, while noble, can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration, especially when our efforts go unrecognized. The emotional toll of this self-neglect can manifest in various ways, including anxiety, depression, and a pervasive sense of unworthiness. As we pour our hearts into nurturing others, we may inadvertently neglect our own needs, leading to a cycle of emotional depletion that is difficult to break. The struggle for acknowledgement and appreciation is another significant aspect of this dynamic. When we invest so much of ourselves into the well-being of others, we naturally hope for recognition of our efforts. However, the reality is that many who sacrifice for others often find themselves feeling invisible. This lack of acknowledgement can be disheartening, leading to a sense of isolation and loneliness. It is not uncommon for individuals to feel as though their contributions are taken for granted, leaving them yearning for validation and appreciation. This struggle can create a rift in relationships, as the unspoken desire for recognition can lead to misunderstandings and unmet expectations. Moreover, the feelings of invisibility that arise from self-sacrifice can lead to a diminished sense of self-worth. When we continuously place others' needs above our own, we may begin to internalize the belief that our value is contingent upon our ability to serve others. This mindset can be detrimental, as it fosters a cycle of self-neglect and emotional turmoil. It is essential to recognize that our worth is not defined by our sacrifices or the acknowledgement we receive from others. Each individual possesses inherent value that exists independently of external validation. Understanding this truth is crucial for breaking free from the cycle of invisibility and reclaiming one's sense of self. Recognizing one's own value is a vital step in addressing the emotional toll of prioritizing others. It requires a conscious effort to shift the focus from external validation to self-acceptance. This journey begins with self-reflection and an honest assessment of one's needs and desires. By acknowledging our own worth, we can begin to establish healthier boundaries and prioritize self-care without guilt. This shift not only benefits our emotional well-being, but also enhances our relationships with others. When we recognize our value, we are better equipped to engage in relationships from a place of strength and authenticity rather than from a position of neediness or sacrifice. Additionally, it is important to communicate our needs to those around us. Open and honest conversations about our feelings can foster deeper connections and mutual understanding. By expressing our desire for acknowledgement and appreciation, we create an opportunity for others to recognize our contributions and validate our experiences. This dialogue can help bridge the gap between self-sacrifice and self-worth, allowing for a more balanced dynamic in relationships. In conclusion, the sacrifices made for others can lead to a complex interplay of emotions, including feelings of invisibility and a diminished sense of self-worth. While selflessness is a beautiful trait, it is essential to recognize the emotional toll it can take when we neglect our own needs. The struggle for acknowledgement and appreciation can further exacerbate these feelings, making it crucial to prioritize self-recognition and self-care. By understanding our inherent value and fostering open communication, we can break free from the cycle of invisibility and cultivate healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Ultimately, embracing our worth allows us to love and support others without losing sight of ourselves in the process. Embracing silence as a form of strength is a powerful decision that can transform our lives and relationships. In a society that often equates noise with power and assertiveness, choosing silence can feel counterintuitive. However, this decision can serve as a profound reclamation of personal power and control. Silence allows us to step back from the chaos of external demands and expectations, providing a space for introspection and self-awareness. By consciously choosing to embrace silence, we can regain a sense of agency over our thoughts and emotions, allowing us to respond to situations with clarity and intention rather than reaction. When we embrace silence, we create an opportunity to reconnect with our inner selves. This quietude can be a sanctuary where we can reflect on our values, desires, and boundaries. In moments of silence, we can assess our relationships and determine which ones nourish us and which ones drain our energy. This process of self-reflection is essential for reclaiming our personal power. It allows us to recognize patterns in our interactions and to understand how our choices impact our well-being. By taking the time to listen to our inner voice, we can make decisions that align with our true selves, rather than simply conforming to the expectations of others. Moreover, the impact of absence, particularly the absence of our presence, can be a powerful catalyst for change in our relationships. When we choose to step back and embrace silence, especially from those who may have taken us for granted, it can create a profound shift in dynamics. Our absence can serve as a wake-up call, prompting others to recognize our value and the contributions we bring to their lives. This shift can lead to a newfound appreciation for our presence, as well as a deeper understanding of the importance of mutual respect and acknowledgement in relationships. The decision to embrace silence can also highlight the imbalance in relationships where our efforts have gone unnoticed. When we withdraw our energy and attention, it can create a space for others to reflect on their actions and the way they have treated us. This absence can foster a sense of longing and appreciation, allowing those who may have taken us for granted to reconsider their approach. In this way, silence becomes a powerful tool for asserting our worth and demanding the respect we deserve. Encouraging viewers to affirm their own strength through silence is an essential aspect of this journey. It is important to recognize that choosing silence does not equate to weakness or passivity. Rather, it is an active decision to reclaim our power. By affirming our strength in silence, we can cultivate a sense of confidence that radiates outward. This confidence allows us to engage in relationships from a place of self-assuredness, rather than seeking validation from others. Practicing silence can take many forms, from moments of quiet reflection to intentional pauses in conversations. It can involve setting boundaries around our time and energy, allowing us to prioritize our own needs without guilt. By affirming our strength through silence, we can create a more balanced dynamic in our relationships, where our voices are heard and valued. This practice encourages us to communicate our needs clearly and assertively, fostering healthier interactions with those around us. Furthermore, embracing silence can lead to a deeper understanding of our emotions and thoughts. In the stillness, we can process our feelings and gain clarity on our desires. This self-awareness empowers us to make choices that align with our values and aspirations. As we cultivate this inner strength, we become more resilient in the face of challenges, allowing us to navigate life's complexities with grace and confidence. In conclusion, the decision to embrace silence as a form of strength is a transformative journey that can reclaim our personal power and control. By stepping back and allowing ourselves the space to reflect, we can assess our relationships and recognize our worth. The impact of our absence can serve as a powerful reminder to those who may have taken us for granted, prompting them to appreciate our presence. Encouraging viewers to affirm their strength through silence empowers them to engage in relationships from a place of self-assuredness and clarity. Ultimately, embracing silence allows us to cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and others, fostering healthier, more meaningful interactions that honor our true selves. Witnessing indifference from others can be one of the most challenging emotional experiences we face in our relationships. It often leaves us feeling unseen, unappreciated, and questioning our worth. The temptation to reach out and seek acknowledgement or validation from those who appear indifferent can be overwhelming. We may find ourselves yearning for connection, hoping that our efforts to engage will elicit a response that affirms our value. However, it is crucial to recognize the importance of holding our ground during these moments. Instead of succumbing to the urge to chase after those who seem indifferent, we must prioritize our own emotional well-being and self-respect. When faced with indifference, it is easy to internalize the behavior of others, leading us to believe that we are somehow inadequate or unworthy of attention. This mindset can be detrimental, as it fosters a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. Instead of reaching out in desperation, we must remind ourselves of our inherent worth. Holding our ground means recognizing that we deserve relationships where our feelings are acknowledged and valued. It is essential to resist the temptation to compromise our self-esteem by seeking validation from those who do not reciprocate our efforts. By standing firm in our self-worth, we create space for healthier connections that honor our needs. Moreover, it is important to understand that indifference can often be a mask for deeper feelings. Those who appear indifferent may be grappling with their own struggles, insecurities, or emotional challenges. Their lack of response may not necessarily reflect our value, but rather their inability to engage meaningfully at that moment. This understanding can help us cultivate empathy and compassion, allowing us to view the situation from a broader perspective. While it is natural to feel hurt by indifference, recognizing that it may stem from the other person's internal battles can provide a sense of relief. It reminds us that their behavior is not a direct reflection of our worth, but rather a manifestation of their own struggles. In light of this, it becomes essential to focus on our own growth during this time. Instead of fixating on the indifference of others, we can redirect our energy towards self-improvement and personal development. This period of emotional distance can serve as an opportunity for introspection and self-discovery. By investing in ourselves, we can cultivate resilience and strength that will ultimately enhance our relationships in the long run. Engaging in activities that promote our well-being, such as pursuing hobbies, setting personal goals, or seeking support from friends, can help us regain a sense of agency and fulfillment. Focusing on our growth also allows us to redefine our expectations in relationships. As we become more attuned to our own needs and desires, we can establish healthier boundaries and seek connections that align with our values. This process of self-discovery empowers us to attract individuals who appreciate and respect us for who we are. By prioritizing our growth, we create a foundation for more meaningful relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Additionally, it is important to practice self-compassion during this challenging time. Acknowledging our feelings of hurt and disappointment is a vital part of the healing process. Instead of suppressing these emotions, we can allow ourselves to feel and process them fully. This self-compassion enables us to move forward with greater clarity and strength, rather than carrying the weight of unresolved feelings into future interactions. In conclusion, witnessing indifference from others presents significant challenges that can impact our emotional well-being. The temptation to reach out for validation is strong, but it is essential to hold our ground and prioritize our self-worth. Understanding that indifference may mask deeper feelings can foster empathy and help us navigate these situations with greater compassion. Ultimately, focusing on our own growth during this time allows us to reclaim our power and cultivate healthier relationships. By investing in ourselves and practicing self-compassion, we can emerge from these experiences with renewed strength and a clearer sense of what we truly deserve in our connections with others. Embracing this journey of self-discovery not only enhances our resilience, but also paves the way for more fulfilling and meaningful relationships in the future. The absence of a loved one can evoke a complex tapestry of emotions, with regret often weaving its way through our thoughts and feelings. Whether due to a breakup, a falling out, or the loss of someone dear, the void left behind can trigger a profound sense of longing and remorse. Regret, in this context, can manifest as a haunting reminder of what was lost, prompting us to reflect on our actions, choices, and the moments we wish we could revisit. This emotional turmoil, while painful, can also serve as a catalyst for self-reflection and realization, leading us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationships. When we experience regret in the absence of a loved one, it often compels us to examine the dynamics of our relationship. We may find ourselves replaying memories, analyzing conversations, and questioning our decisions. This process of reflection can be both enlightening and challenging. It allows us to confront our feelings and recognize patterns in our behavior that may have contributed to the current situation. Through this introspection, we can gain valuable insights into our needs, desires, and the ways we communicate with others. Regret can thus become a powerful teacher, guiding us toward personal growth and a clearer understanding of what we truly value in our relationships. However, it is essential to approach this self-reflection with compassion rather than self-criticism. Regret can often lead to feelings of guilt or shame, which can be counterproductive. Instead of dwelling on what we could have done differently, we must acknowledge that we are all human, capable of making mistakes and learning from them. This realization can foster a sense of forgiveness toward ourselves, allowing us to move forward with greater clarity and purpose. By embracing the lessons that regret offers, we can transform our pain into a source of strength and resilience. In the midst of our own feelings of regret, it is crucial to recognize the importance of allowing others to experience their own emotions. When a loved one is absent, we may feel compelled to reach out, hoping to mend the relationship or alleviate our own discomfort. However, it is vital to respect their emotional journey and give them the space they need to process their feelings. Just as we grapple with our own regrets, they may be navigating their own complexities. Allowing them the freedom to feel and reflect can ultimately lead to healthier interactions in the future. This understanding can be challenging, especially when we yearn for connection and resolution. However, it is essential to remember that everyone processes emotions differently. By allowing others to experience their feelings without pressure or expectation, we create an environment that fosters healing and growth. This approach not only respects their autonomy, but also demonstrates our maturity and emotional intelligence. In doing so, we can cultivate a sense of mutual understanding that may pave the way for reconciliation in the future. Amidst the feelings of regret and the absence of a loved one, it is vital to encourage viewers to affirm their worth beyond someone else's regret. Our value is not contingent upon the actions or feelings of others. Rather, it is inherent and unshakable. While it is natural to feel a sense of loss and longing, we must remind ourselves that our worth is not defined by our relationships or the regrets of those we care about. Each individual possesses unique qualities and strengths that contribute to their value, and it is essential to embrace and celebrate these attributes. Affirming our worth involves recognizing our own needs and desires, independent of external validation. It is an invitation to engage in self-care and self-love, nurturing our emotional well-being even in the face of loss. By focusing on our personal growth and self-acceptance, we can cultivate a sense of resilience that empowers us to navigate the complexities of relationships with grace and confidence. In conclusion, the feelings of regret that arise in the absence of a loved one can be both painful and transformative. While regret can lead to self-reflection and realization, it is essential to approach this process with compassion and understanding. Allowing others to experience their own emotions is equally important, as it fosters a healthy dynamic in relationships. Ultimately, encouraging viewers to affirm their worth beyond someone else's regret empowers them to embrace their individuality and cultivate a sense of self-worth that is unwavering. By navigating the complexities of regret with grace, we can emerge stronger, wiser, and more attuned to our own needs and desires, paving the way for healthier relationships in the future. In the wake of loss, whether it be the end of a relationship, the passing of a loved one, or the dissolution of a friendship, many individuals find themselves grappling with an overwhelming sense of emptiness. In an attempt to fill this void, there is a natural tendency to seek out new connections as a distraction from the pain of loss. While the allure of new relationships can provide temporary relief and a sense of excitement, it is essential to recognize that these fleeting connections often cannot replace the depth and meaning of those we have lost. Understanding this distinction is crucial for navigating the complex emotions that accompany loss and for fostering genuine healing. Temporary fixes, such as casual acquaintances or superficial relationships, may offer a momentary escape from the feelings of grief and loneliness. Engaging with new people can provide a sense of novelty and distraction, allowing us to momentarily forget our pain. However, these connections often lack the emotional depth and understanding that come from meaningful relationships built over time. The excitement of new interactions can quickly fade, leaving us feeling just as empty as before. This cycle of seeking out new connections without addressing the underlying grief can lead to a pattern of avoidance, preventing us from fully processing our emotions and moving toward healing. It is important to acknowledge that while seeking new connections can be a natural response to loss, it is not a substitute for the irreplaceable value of the relationships we have lost. Each meaningful connection we form is unique, shaped by shared experiences, mutual understanding, and emotional intimacy. These bonds cannot be replicated or replaced by new acquaintances, no matter how enjoyable or engaging they may be. Recognizing the irreplaceable nature of our past relationships allows us to honor the memories and lessons they imparted, rather than attempting to erase them through distraction. In the face of loss, it is essential to take the time to reflect on our own irreplaceable value. Each individual possesses unique qualities, strengths, and experiences that contribute to their worth. When we experience loss, it can be easy to internalize feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, especially if we are seeking validation through new connections. However, it is crucial to remember that our value is not contingent upon the presence of others in our lives. Instead, it is inherent and exists independently of external relationships. Embracing this understanding can empower us to cultivate a sense of self-worth that is unwavering, even in the face of loss. Focusing on our own healing and growth during this time is vital. Rather than seeking out new connections as a means of distraction, we can redirect our energy towards self-care and personal development. This period of introspection allows us to process our emotions, reflect on our experiences, and gain clarity about our needs and desires. Engaging in activities that promote our well-being, such as journaling, pursuing hobbies, or seeking support from friends, can help us navigate the complexities of grief and foster a sense of fulfillment that is rooted in self-acceptance. Moreover, investing in our own healing can lead to more meaningful connections in the future. When we take the time to understand ourselves and our emotions, we become better equipped to engage in relationships that are authentic and fulfilling. By focusing on our growth, we can attract individuals who appreciate us for who we are, rather than seeking validation through superficial interactions. This shift in perspective allows us to build connections that are grounded in mutual respect and understanding, ultimately enriching our lives in ways that temporary distractions cannot. Encouraging viewers to focus on their own healing and growth is essential for navigating the challenges of loss. It is a reminder that while seeking new connections may provide temporary relief, true fulfillment comes from within. By embracing our irreplaceable value and investing in our personal development, we can cultivate a sense of resilience that empowers us to face the complexities of life with grace and confidence. In conclusion, the tendency to seek new connections as a distraction from loss is a common response to grief, but it is essential to recognize that temporary fixes cannot replace meaningful relationships. Acknowledging our irreplaceable value and focusing on our own healing and growth allows us to navigate the complexities of loss with greater clarity and purpose. By investing in ourselves and honoring the memories of those we have lost, we can emerge from our experiences with a renewed sense of self-worth and a deeper understanding of what it means to form genuine connections. Ultimately, this journey of healing not only enriches our lives, but also prepares us for more meaningful relationships in the future, grounded in authenticity and mutual appreciation. The absence of a supportive presence in our lives can lead to a profound breakdown of stability, leaving us feeling unmoored and vulnerable. Supportive relationships provide a foundation upon which we build our emotional resilience, offering comfort, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. When this support is suddenly withdrawn, whether through a breakup, the loss of a loved one, or a friend distancing themselves, the resulting void can create feelings of emptiness that are difficult to navigate. This emotional turmoil can manifest in various ways, including anxiety, loneliness, and a pervasive sense of disconnection from ourselves and others. Without the reassurance of a supportive presence, we may find ourselves grappling with self-doubt and insecurity. The absence of encouragement can amplify our fears and uncertainties, making it challenging to face life's challenges. We may feel as though we are adrift in a sea of confusion, lacking the guidance and affirmation that once provided us with a sense of direction. This emotional emptiness can lead to a cycle of negative thinking, where we question our worth and abilities, further exacerbating our feelings of instability. It is essential to recognize that while the absence of support can be deeply painful, it also presents an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. In the face of this emotional upheaval, we are often compelled to confront our own feelings and choices. This process can be uncomfortable, as it forces us to examine the dynamics of our relationships and the role we play in our own lives. However, it is crucial to allow ourselves and others the space to confront these choices without judgment. When we experience the absence of support, it can be tempting to seek validation from others or to blame them for our feelings of instability. Yet, it is important to remember that everyone is on their own journey, grappling with their own challenges and choices. Allowing others to confront their decisions fosters a sense of accountability and growth, both for them and for ourselves. This understanding can help us cultivate empathy and compassion, recognizing that their absence may not be a reflection of our worth, but rather a manifestation of their own struggles. Encouraging viewers to affirm their role as a source of stability is vital in this context. While the absence of support can create feelings of emptiness, it is essential to remember that we have the power to cultivate stability within ourselves. By acknowledging our strengths and capabilities, we can become our own source of support. This self-affirmation allows us to reclaim our sense of agency and resilience, empowering us to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Moreover, recognizing our role as a source of stability extends beyond ourselves. It also involves fostering supportive relationships with others. When we affirm our own stability, we become better equipped to offer support to those around us. This reciprocal dynamic creates a network of emotional resilience, where individuals uplift one another and cultivate a sense of community. By being a source of stability for others, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute to the emotional health of those we care about. In times of instability, it is crucial to engage in self-care practices that nurture our emotional well-being. This may involve seeking out new connections, engaging in activities that bring us joy, or simply taking the time to reflect on our feelings. By prioritizing our own needs, we can create a solid foundation that allows us to weather the storms of life with greater ease. This self-care is not a sign of selfishness. Rather, it is an essential component of maintaining our emotional stability. Additionally, it is important to communicate openly with those around us about our feelings of emptiness and instability. Sharing our experiences can foster deeper connections and encourage others to do the same. This vulnerability can create a safe space for mutual support, allowing us to navigate our emotions together. By affirming our role as a source of stability, we can cultivate relationships that are grounded in understanding and empathy. In conclusion, the breakdown of stability in the absence of a supportive presence can lead to profound feelings of emptiness and vulnerability. However, this experience also presents an opportunity for self-discovery and growth. By allowing ourselves and others to confront their choices, we can foster a sense of accountability and understanding. Encouraging viewers to affirm their role as a source of stability empowers them to reclaim their emotional resilience and cultivate supportive relationships. Ultimately, by nurturing our own well-being and fostering connections with others, we can create a network of stability that enriches our lives and helps us navigate the complexities of existence with grace and strength. The moment of realization and choice faced by those left behind after a significant loss or separation can be a pivotal turning point in their lives. This moment often brings with it a flood of emotions, including regret, sadness, and confusion. It is during this time that individuals must confront the reality of their situation and decide how they wish to move forward. The potential for growth or stagnation in the face of regret is a critical aspect of this journey, as it can shape the trajectory of their lives in profound ways. Regret can be a heavy burden to bear, often manifesting as a constant reminder of what could have been. Those left behind may find themselves replaying memories, questioning their choices, and grappling with feelings of inadequacy. This emotional turmoil can lead to a sense of stagnation, where individuals feel trapped in their grief and unable to envision a future beyond their current pain. However, it is essential to recognize that this moment of realization also presents an opportunity for growth. By confronting their feelings of regret and reflecting on their experiences, individuals can gain valuable insights into themselves and their relationships. The choice to embrace growth rather than stagnation requires courage and self-awareness. It involves acknowledging the pain of loss while also recognizing that it does not define their entire existence. This realization can be liberating, allowing individuals to reclaim their narrative and take ownership of their lives. Instead of allowing regret to dictate their actions, they can choose to learn from their experiences and use them as a catalyst for personal development. This shift in perspective can lead to a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of what they truly value in life. Central to this journey of growth is the importance of self-respect and independence. In the aftermath of loss, individuals may struggle with feelings of unworthiness, questioning their value and place in the world. However, it is crucial to affirm one's self-worth and recognize that they are deserving of love, happiness, and fulfillment. Cultivating self-respect involves setting boundaries, prioritizing personal needs, and engaging in self-care practices that nurture emotional well-being. By fostering a strong sense of self, individuals can build a foundation of independence that empowers them to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Independence is not merely about being self-sufficient, it is also about embracing one's individuality and unique journey. Those left behind must understand that their path may differ from others, and that is perfectly okay. Each person's journey of self-discovery is shaped by their experiences, values, and aspirations. By embracing their own journey, individuals can cultivate a sense of authenticity that allows them to connect with themselves on a deeper level. This self-connection can lead to greater clarity about their desires and goals, ultimately guiding them toward a more fulfilling life. Encouraging viewers to embrace their own journey of self-discovery is essential in this context. It is a reminder that healing is not a linear process. It is filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. Each step taken towards self-discovery is an opportunity for growth, even if it feels uncomfortable or challenging. By embracing their unique experiences, individuals can learn to navigate their emotions with grace and resilience. This journey may involve exploring new interests, seeking support from others, or simply taking the time to reflect on their feelings. Moreover, it is important to celebrate the small victories along the way. Each moment of self-discovery, no matter how minor it may seem, contributes to a larger narrative of growth and healing. By acknowledging these milestones, individuals can cultivate a sense of gratitude for their journey, reinforcing their commitment to personal development. This positive reinforcement can serve as a powerful motivator, encouraging them to continue exploring their identity and aspirations. In conclusion, the moment of realization and choice faced by those left behind is a critical juncture that can lead to either growth or stagnation. While feelings of regret may loom large, it is essential to recognize the potential for transformation that lies within this experience. By prioritizing self-respect and independence, individuals can reclaim their sense of worth and embrace their unique journey of self-discovery. Encouraging viewers to embrace their own path fosters a sense of empowerment, reminding them that they have the strength to navigate their emotions and create a fulfilling life. Ultimately, this journey of self-discovery not only enriches their lives, but also paves the way for deeper connections and a more authentic existence. As we conclude this exploration of self-worth and the power of silence, it's essential to recap the key takeaways from our journey together. Throughout our discussions, we have delved into the profound impact that recognizing our own value can have on our lives and relationships. We've seen how embracing silence can serve as a powerful tool for self-reflection, allowing us to reclaim our personal power and navigate the complexities of our emotions. By prioritizing our self-worth and understanding the significance of silence, we can cultivate deeper connections with ourselves and others, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. The journey of self-worth is not a destination, but rather an ongoing process of growth and self-discovery. It requires us to confront our insecurities, challenge negative beliefs, and affirm our inherent value. By recognizing that our worth is not contingent upon external validation, we empower ourselves to engage in relationships that honor our needs and desires. This journey is deeply personal, and it is essential to approach it with compassion and patience. As we learn to appreciate our unique qualities and strengths, we can foster a sense of resilience that allows us to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Equally important is the power of silence in this journey. Silence is often misunderstood. It is not merely the absence of sound, but a space for introspection and clarity. By embracing moments of quietude, we can gain insights into our emotions, reflect on our experiences, and connect with our inner selves. This practice of silence can enhance our self-awareness and enable us to communicate more effectively in our relationships. When we allow ourselves the gift of silence, we create an opportunity for growth and understanding that can transform our interactions with others. Now that we have explored these vital concepts, I encourage you to take action. If you found value in our discussions and insights, consider subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated on future content that continues to explore themes of self-worth, emotional resilience, and personal growth. Your engagement not only supports our community, but also fosters a space where we can collectively learn and grow together. Additionally, sharing this content with friends, family, or anyone who may benefit from these discussions can create a ripple effect of empowerment. By spreading the message of self-worth and the importance of silence, you contribute to a culture that values emotional well-being and authentic connections. Together, we can inspire others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and healing. I also invite you to explore related content available on our platform. There are numerous resources, videos, and discussions that delve deeper into the themes we've touched upon. Whether it's exploring the nuances of emotional intelligence, understanding the dynamics of relationships, or learning practical strategies for self-care, there is a wealth of information to support your growth. Engaging with this content can provide you with additional tools and insights to navigate your own journey with confidence and clarity. As you continue to explore and grow, remember that the journey of self-worth and the power of silence is uniquely yours. Embrace the process, honor your feelings, and allow yourself the space to reflect and learn. Each step you take toward understanding your value and cultivating silence in your life is a step toward a more fulfilling existence. In conclusion, the key takeaways from our journey highlight the importance of recognizing our self-worth and embracing the power of silence. By prioritizing these aspects, we can foster deeper connections with ourselves and others, ultimately leading to a more authentic and meaningful life. I encourage you to take action by subscribing, sharing, and exploring related content that supports your growth. Together, let's continue this journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and emotional resilience. Thank you for being a part of this community, and I look forward to seeing you in our future discussions as we navigate the complexities of life together.